What up, peoples? DHR2. So I noticed that there's been a lot of people that have been talking about maybe 4 or 6 possible wrestlers that could replace Dean Ambrose in the Shield, but Dean Ambrose you cannot replace him. But once he's gone, he's gone. I mean, his contract doesn't expire until April, so there's no point of that. And also, I remember when I first saw the Shield back in 2013. No, 2012 when they debuted, but 2013 is when they became big as a heel tag team. Roman Reigns was among the most popular member of the group because of his looks, maybe. Um, Zach, I mean, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins didn't really matter to me anyway, but everybody liked the Roman Reigns. I did too. I was a fan of Roman Reigns at one point, but once they switched his character and changed his character, trying to make him into a John Cena 2.0, I just stopped liking him. They completely ruined the characters of the Shield. I mean, it's bad enough that this company is already at its bad state because of AEW. Why would you want to try to have people to replace Dean Ambrose in the Shield? I don't think it's gonna happen. So yeah, let's get on with it.
Five possible wrestlers who could replace Dean Ambrose
Sounded
in the
like Paul
Shield.
Heyman,
Number
didn't he?
5, EC3. Putting the top 1% to the Shield just makes sense in terms of how strong the group is and how good EC3 can be. Even though his current gimmick is nothing like that of the Shield's.
No. First of all, Easy 3 was better in TNA. Why would you want to bring him to the main roster and you know how they are when they turn the popular superstar from a different wrestling company into a complete joke and have people just don't care about them. I'm sorry, but I don't want Easy 3 to replace Dean Ambrose. Heck, I don't even want the Shield to be reunited. I mean, it was it was a weird time to bring them back in 2017 or 18 for that matter, and that didn't really do any good because Roman Reigns is still the most hated character. Only reason why they brought the show back just to put Roman Reigns over. Guess what? It didn't work.
There's no reason he couldn't have a huge success in the group if WWE had to replace Dean Ambrose. EC3 is one of the very best on the microphone, and that is something that needs to be utilized. And given that he has a great look and can work in the ring, there's no reason he couldn't make it work. The Shield can transition between being baby phases and heels very easily, and that is also something that EC3
And
is
if you enjoy
capable
this
of.
content,
Having promoted
smash the
him to
like
the main
button.
roster,
I forgot
it's
to tell
clear
y'all that.
WWE sees potential in him, but the company has yet to use that. Adding him as a Shield member and putting him over as one of the elite members of the roster would be a great way to recover the poor booking so far, establishing him as a major star for the future. Number 4, Elias. Right now, Elias is one of WWE's big pet projects as he is someone the company is really pushing and giving a lot
No,
of time to. However,
no.
he has yet.
Elias, once again, you cannot replace Dean Ambrose with these jobbers. Alright? Jobbers don't work.
To be taken seriously as a wrestler and has instead been focused on promos and character building. While the idea of putting a singing guitar player wrestler into the Shield might seem odd, as it isn't anything like what Dean Ambrose was, he's a top mid-card talent who could really benefit from being in the group. If WWE really wants to push Elias as a serious wrestler who can pick up titles and be a top star, then adding him into the Shield would be one way of doing that. And with
No.
his personality and charisma, it could really help them stand out. Ambrose was the strong of the three men in terms of promo, and Elias could certainly fill that role if the Shield
Nah,
was to
bruh.
return for a long run. And he would be a smart addition to the group if they want to focus on the
That's
future.
not gonna
Number
happen.
3, Pete Dunne. When you look at the WWE roster
Okay,
on
I
the
don't know
whole,
who the
there's
heck
arguably
this dude
nobody more
is.
suited to replacing Dean Ambrose in the Shield than the UK champion Pete Dunne. If WWE is looking for a direct replacement who has the same
And you
qualities,
wonder
the
why
way
I don't
Dunne
watch
carries
this
himself is
company
very
anymore.
similar to the Lunatic
I don't know
Fringe,
who the
with the
heck these
Bruiserweight
niggas
being
are,
cocky, slightly unhinged,
but
and very
I'm just
carefree in
not
his
into them.
attitude, walking with a swagger in his step, much like Dean does on his way to the ring. Their in-ring styles might be very different, with Dunne being a little more technically sound with his joint manipulation work. Their personalities are similar, which is why bringing Dunn into the group would be a seamless fit. Dunn also has a similar background to the rest of the group, in the fact he has been waiting in the shadows for his big opportunity, proving that he's good enough on a weekly basis. Number 2. Finn Balor. While Finn Balor's not like Pete Dunne, in terms of being similar to Dean Ambrose,
No. Uh-uh. Why Finn Balor? Of all people, him really, bruh? I don't want this dude nowhere near the Shield or try to rebuild the tag team. It wouldn't make any sense. Last year, he came out with the LGBTQ community. I made a video about this. Go check it out. It doesn't make any sense. They didn't want to do it at first, but something and in Stephanie McMahon's feminist crappy mind suggests it should have to happen. This is why I don't like politics and sports. Finn Balor should not be with the Shield. I don't care what. No, never mind.
was his personality, but the story of being underappreciated is something that Balor can certainly resonate with, and his in-ring ability is certainly worthy of being a member of the group. Right now, WWE is really pushing Balor once again, and it's fantastic to see. So putting him with the Shield, if the group was to get back together, wouldn't be a bad idea. With Balor bringing some high-flying offense, as well as his fantastic striking ability, Balor hasn't really been able to show his cocky, more edgy personality that helped him become such a big name in the first place within the Bullet Club. And
He's,
putting him in the Shield would allow that because of how confident the group is.
nah,
While seeing Balor normally in
no,
the Shield would be fun,
no,
having him appear as a demon,
no.
possibly doing body paint to look like the group's ring gear, would be something different and would help the group stand out and be
Trash.
different from before.
No.
Number 1. Braun Strowman. If WWE wanted to go in a totally different direction with the Shield, then the monster amongst men would be a smart choice to replace Ambrose, having the giant wrestler don the traditional Shield ring gear. While he might not be unhinged like Ambrose is, he's willing to do anything that is needed to get the job done, in the same way that the Lunatic Fringe would, which is why he could easily take the slot in the group. Although adding Strowman to the group would make him the powerhouse instead of Roman Reigns, swapping those roles isn't necessarily a bad thing, with Roman being an effective workhorse who could
Yeah,
carry
sorry,
matches
my
in the same way
Wi-Fi
that Ambrose
connection is
has done for
bothering
many
me.
years. With Strowman having been a major rival of Roman's throughout his career, putting him into the group could bring that to an end, yet also keep the door open for a future turn within the group down the line.
Wait a minute, y'all. Look, let me explain something to y'all. I don't want the Shield to be reunited. I don't want nobody to replace Dean Ambrose. I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to be funny, my guy, but I don't, I do not agree with your list because it just doesn't make any sense. Braun Strowman used to be a beast, but once they have him dressed like an elf 2 years ago, I stopped liking that dude for one reason, because of that. And Finn Balor is not a good choice. That's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. I don't think it should work. Elias, no, definitely not. Who else? I just think that there are far more better people that can replace Dean Ambrose. But in all honesty, I really don't think that they should because the Shield is a joke now. Like I said, only reason why they brought the Shield back together was to try to get Roman over, and it did not work. So it ain't happening. So yeah, man, that's my thoughts on the people who can replace Dean Ambrose when he leaves the WWE. And I really don't want them to do anything, period, because the damage is already done. You ruined his character. You ruined Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns' character when the Shield broke up in 2014. They could have stayed the same, while Roman Reigns could have stayed, you know, the same. Look, what I'm trying to say is that Roman Reigns could have stayed the same way when he was a heel out with the Shield. He would have been one of the best wrestlers today. But no, Vince had to swoop in and turn him into John Cena 2.0. And you wonder why a lot of us hate this guy. and it's all because of Vince. And that's why I don't watch this crappy company anymore. So they can try all they want, but it ain't gonna work. Um, if y'all enjoyed this video, comment down below. I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace out.